All right, looks like we are up. We're live, I believe. Yep. Shows were running, so we will get this podcast started in just a moment. Got a true crime episode tonight for you, lovely ladies and handsome fellows.
Everybody loves true crime.
Everybody loves true crime.
Just ask Netflix. That's how they make like 80% of their income.
I think I might do a true crime next week.
Oh.
I might hit a big one. One of the most of all time.
Serial killers or just true crime?
Serial killer.
Bundy.
No.
Manson.
No. We've already done Manson.
Well, Manson's not a serial killer.
But we've already done Manson. One of the most...
We've done Gacy. Didn't we? We did Gacy, didn't we?
I can't remember. I have to look.
What's up? I think I did.
Here?
Maybe I did.
Welcome, Jessica. No, one of the big ones. Probably the most famous one of all time.
You're talking to the wrong person. I know too many of them.
In history, the most famous serial killer in history.
Vlad Dracula.
Think over the pond.
That would be over the pond.
England.
Jack the Ripper?
Yep.
Oh. They ever identify him?
I haven't really started researching. I think we've got... But I want to see if there has to be some like hauntings and stuff. They were such brutal murders. Anyway, that might be next week. Don't hold me to it. I'll have to go through a lot with that one just from the fact there's so much.
It's whatever tickles our fancy on whatever day we decide to do research.
Well, and I don't want to make it a bit harder. So I'm going to have to really go through the...
See, that one sucks because that one's one you like, actually have to research.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm thinking about that. I will say this. It's coming up in the near future. I might start researching it. I just don't want to make it a two-parter.
I need to do a conspiracy theory. I haven't done a conspiracy theory in a while. He was talking about Ghost's new album last time he was in here.
Yes, he was.
Who else has a new album? I don't know. I haven't been up on new music lately.
Neither have I.
I know Whitechapel put out an album. Sick.
Ooh, tell me rumbling. I got a little rumbly in the
Phil's
tumbly.
gonna have to poop mid-show.
Rumbly in the tumbly.
I think we might have hit the... Are we at the 2-minute mark? Did we hit the 2-minute mark without cussing?
Well, fuck me.
No shit. I wasn't even thinking about it. That's the trick. That's how you get the viewers. Don't fucking cuss.
So we have tonight, we're doing, just for the people in now, what are we doing tonight?
Daniel LaPlante.
Who is, I mean, I've never heard
Or
of
is it America, so just LaPlante?
LaPlante.
He's a creepy little fucker, is what he is.
I love teen killers.
There's some haunted house activity.
Oh, see, that's what we need to, that's where it brings everything together with this podcast.
Yeah. Ouija board.
Oh, fuck that Ouija. That's the biggest bunch of horse shit.
Yeah, but people like it.
We proved it.
Yeah, it's right there. That's the one that we did not properly close and nothing happened. Well, you did have a stroke.
I did have a stroke, so there is that. Maybe.
We didn't, I mean, nobody said there was a time constraint on when.
I will say this before we get started. You know, there has been some incidents of activity, I think, in this place every now and then.
I mean, this house got to be close to 100 years old.
I was laying in bed. For those people who don't know, to go to the bathroom, you have to walk right by my bed.
I do. Small house. We became humble and we gave up the mansion, is what we're saying.
I swear one night you walked to the bathroom. I didn't see you walk to the bathroom, but I saw you go from bathroom back to your room.
Yeah. Which is potential because I am very good about making sure that I don't turn the light on before the door is closed or that I turn it off before.
But here's the catcher. I wasn't
home.
It was one of the nights you weren't here.
Huh.
I was like, and it took me a minute. I was like, I heard some one eye.
Just waiting to see the dog looking at you like, I got out.
And I saw what I thought you walked by. And then I was laying there for a minute. I woke up. Then I opened my eyes. I was like, wait a minute. He's not home.
Like and share the video. No, you'll know if it's me because I'm usually walking through going,
And I don't think I didn't get up to check to see if your car was outside, but I did the next morning. So either maybe you came home with the bathroom and left. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure you weren't home.
That's also possible. Because I do be going to the gym at random times.
Well, this is a weekend, I think.
I go on the weekend sometimes.
Well,
we're gonna die.
They're closed.
Not anymore.
Oh, they're open 24 hours on Saturday night?
Yep, they're open 24/7 again.
Well, shit far.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna die. That's pretty much what we're talking about right now. We're dead. We're gonna die. We're not even alive right now.
Maybe.
We're in a cataclysmic spiral of spirituality and negativity.
That's true. I feel like, I was circling the drain apparently a month ago.
Yeah.
I hope that's not coming back, because that's kind of how that started with my...
Well, did you eat anything funky?
No, I had some La Rosa's pizza last night.
That'll do it.
I like me some La Rosa's.
Fuck them. They changed the sauce.
Yeah, that was the first time I didn't like it as much as I...
It's not the same as it used to be.
It's not the same.
Domino's has stuffed crust now.
I do not like stuff. Overrated, underrated. Stuffed crust overrated.
I think we had this conversation recently.
I hate it. I think
because I do think I would fuck with. I think it's Pizza Hut has pepperoni stuffed crust.
That I might be. There's something about this cheese. I don't like the taste of the cheese in stuffed crust.
I don't know, but you put pepperoni in there too.
No, we're talking a little. Because
then you're basically just getting pepperoni cheesy bread and pizza at the same time. You're getting to finish it. It's like it would be like the one time where you finish your slice of pizza and get to the crust and you're not like, oh, crust.
Yeah, see, I don't have time. I don't even eat crust. I cannot say crust today.
Crutched.
What's up? Trista's here. Looks like we pretty much got most of the regulars in.
If everybody that's here right now forces 3 of their friends to watch this live stream,
we'd have 10 followers.
We'll be famous.
We already are. We're not famous.
That was a very well camouflaged burp on a microphone.
All right, you ready to you just want to go ahead and hit intro?
Fuck it.
We're going to start this shit. Where's the intro? There it is. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the GITN podcast, where we cover the true crime, the paranormal, and conspiracies, and just general bullshit.
We're here. It's been past 2 minutes, so if you don't like the fuck word, you're gonna be mad.
We talk like adults here, immature adults at that.
No, we talk like teenagers.
Well, I eat like a teenager.
You do.
I talk like a teenager.
I eat pretty bad a lot of times. Dude, it's been fucking cereal lately. I can't, all I want is cereal. Shitty children's cereal. I don't want no Special K, none of that shit. I want fucking Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Puffs and fucking Cinnamon Life. Have you ever had it?
No.
Fire. It's not too sweet.
I tell you what, I haven't had cereal for years.
You're gonna go get cereal now. Watch. Don't get it from the corner store. I bought a box of Fruity Pebbles from the corner store. It was like $7.99. It was a terrible mistake.
I love me some Apple Jacks.
Dude, yeah. A lot of people don't talk about. You know what else is Golden Crisp?
I don't think
the gold box with the bear on it.
Maybe I have had it.
Everybody's like, "You mean Sugar Smacks?" I'm like, "No, you classless piece of shit. Sugar Smacks and Golden Crisp are not the fucking same thing. They are the same thing, but Golden Crisp is better."
Apple Jacks, Cookie Crisp.
Last time I had it, it didn't hit.
It makes the perfect chocolate milk when it's done.
Oh, the Cocoa Puffs is up there too.
Oh yeah, true.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, best milk leftovers. If you're a cinnamon guy.
But even Apple Jacks milk, that it's kind of fire.
Honestly, fucking Frosted Flakes milk, delish.
See, the only thing I don't like about
it's like somebody fucking cut Rachel Ray's now chunky ass in half and squeezed her like a lemon into some dairy product. Delish.
The only thing I don't like about, I love me some Frosted Flakes. Don't get me wrong.
I'm fat. I'm allowed to say that before anybody hates me in the comments.
However, it gets soggy so quick. See, I don't like crunchy cereal. I want it
right in the middle.
I want a little bit,
or I want it soggy on the bottom but crunchy on the top.
I like.
So then you get the mix.
I like a little sogginess, but frosted cornflake or whatever.
Yeah, you need some crunch. You gotta eat them fast.
It's like they hit the milk and this evaporates.
See, it's all about technique. With something like that, you have to put the milk in like one area. You can't do the over the top.
Well, it's almost like you have to put a little bit of milk in, start eating, and then add a little milk.
Well, and then when you get like Fruity Pebbles or Cocoa Pebbles, or like Rice Krispies, you just have to accept that they're going to be soggy. It's part of the adventure. Because let's be real, like you're not really chewing Fruity Pebbles and shit.
I say I never was a Fruity Pebbles guy. I tell you another one I love, Captain Crunch.
Dude, it's like fucking razor blades on your mouth.
But that's when you gotta let it sit. You gotta put it in the bowl of milk.
I can't.
It down
Do
and let
you
it
see
sit.
me? I'm not letting anything sit.
You gotta
I'm
have
the guy
some
that
patience.
reaches over and grabs the hot plate at the Mexican restaurant, and they're like, "Oh, hot," and I'm like, "Shut up. Go back to your country."
You gotta have some patience and let that shit sit. But it will tear the roof of your mouth up.
Honeycombs are good too, but no, I turn into a Republican when you tell me not to touch my food at Mexican restaurants. I'm like, this is why we need a wall. We wouldn't need a wall if you would stop telling me not to eat my food right now.
Tell you what, I know.
Piece of
shit. I can't think of any more cereals that.
What's with this fucking? Who's this chick that's going all fucking viral about like hating brown people?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I haven't even seen her shit. I saw some other super racist white lady reacting to it and being like, good for her. We should support her. She's literally saying, she's like, brown people come to this country. This is a white country. I'm like, it's not a white country, white woman, actually.
Who is it? Tosh has got that comedy, hit one of his jokes about how we are the least segregated country in the world. And he just goes, every other country in the world is segregated.
Yeah.
Who's on the Chinese gymnastic team? Chinese people.
14-year-old Chinese people.
You don't see any people of color.
Dude, yeah. And I saw, speaking of, just on Twitter, or X, whatever the fuck it's called now. Fuck you, Elon Musk. Sending all those bitches into space, trying to call them astronauts.
That was Bezos.
That was Bezos. Elon Musk will do it next. Elon Musk will do it. He'll just one up it just a little bit. It'll be like, who did Bezos send? Katy Perry, some other fucking
Gail King.
Who the fuck is
his
Gail
girlfriend
King?
And one other?
Isn't Gail King is his girlfriend?
No,
right?
no.
Who the fuck is Gail King?
That's Oprah's girlfriend.
I don't know.
She's on the Today Show or one of the morning shows.
Do I look like I watch that shit? Do I want to hear a bunch of pissed off geriatric women bitching about everything?
It's not. It's like the Today Show in the morning. But it's a mix of
Gail
males.
King. I don't know anything about you. But
it's not like The View, but yeah. But she's open.
Jeff Bezos' 19-year-old girlfriend, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, we got to talk about that. Apparently, everybody's concerned about Bill Belichick.
Why?
Because he's got that 20-year-old or 23-year-old girlfriend.
He's Bill Belichick.
Dude, let him live his life. He's living his best life. Fucking a 23-year-old.
He spent the last 20 years deflating footballs, and now he's going to spend the next 12 that he's got left on this earth having a 20-year-old inflate his balls.
It is elder abuse. When I'm 70,
how the fuck is it elder abuse?
I guess the way she's treated him. I guess there was some. I guess there was like a Today or a Fox and Friends or some Today interview where it was almost. I did not see it, but the way people talked about it kind of reminded me of the Robin Givens Mike Tyson interview when they were. Remember that when Mike looked like he was. Wouldn't say, but hey, listen. When I'm 74 years old,
is he 74?
He's in his 70s.
He's good for 74. If he is 74.
I hope to God I can still bag a 23-year-old. I can't even bag a 23-year-old at 52.
Well, you're also not a multimillionaire.
That is true, and I don't have 7 Super Bowl rings.
That alone will do it. Even though you can buy that shit from fucking antique shops now.
I don't even think I could bag a 42-year-old at my present stage.
I wonder how much you pay, what her allowance is.
And she's a good-looking girl. I mean,
speaking of racism,
we're talking about young.
Well, we were talking about. You said we were talking about racism and brown people and how they need to get the fuck out of this white country.
I said shit. I was just listening to your.
It was some lady I saw on Twitter. She literally said like fucking, this is a white country, blah, blah, and I stand on the fact that it's not. You're an immigrant too, bitch. What the fuck are you talking about?
Never has been just a white country.
No, all of us are fucking immigrants. And then you got the other stupid chicks on fucking Instagram and shit that like, my grandmother was 1/15th Cherokee. So is fucking everyone else's at this point. But anyway, you said something about the Chinese gymnastics. Super, also on X, I think. Super racist interaction with a Chinese lady and a black family, I'm assuming on vacation. I don't know why.
Who's the racist? The black family or the Chinese person?
Chinese lady.
Well, aren't Chinese people racist anyway?
Oh, I mean...
that's the Japanese.
No, the Japanese are good people.
I thought they were racist.
The Chinese are the Mexicans. Japan's America.
I thought Koreans.
No. Let me take that back. Koreans are the Mexicans. Chinese are the Puerto Ricans.
Oh, okay. See, I'm not up in my Asian hierarchy, I guess.
Well, I mean, the guy, the Asian Trump supporter, he said it best. But years ago, did you ever see the video when he was like, oh, President Trump not trust China, asshole. You never saw that?
No.
It's fucking phenomenal. But no, dude, she was racist as shit.
What did she say that was racist?
N-words. Left and right.
Oh, she
was recording him. She was like, N-word, go back to your country. You ugly with your black skin color. We don't want you here. You leave.
No, was this in China?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, like, she's right, you know. Like, it was racist, but never once was I like, she's wrong. The whole time I was like, you just need to change your phrasing, and you are absolutely right, ma'am. MAGA.
They don't like...
anybody.
Yeah, they don't really like anybody over there. From what I hear, I don't know. I've never been there. And I think I've ever associated or talked to a Chinese person ever in my life.
I mean, really?
I don't think so. I mean, outside of Chinese, if you get Chinese food.
A takeout?
Yeah.
You want extra shrimp?
Are they really Chinese? I don't know.
You want Wepsi? Fried rice?
And let's be honest, I don't talk to them either.
I love ordering Chinese takeout. I love when you're in the middle of ordering and it's always the Chinese lady. There's almost never a Chinese dude taking orders. And you're in the middle of ordering and you're like, one baba chicken. You want fried rice or white rice? White rice, please. Oh, white rice. And then you just hear fucking cling, clang, cling, clang, cling, clang. What?
Scroll up a little bit.
What?
No, down here.
What?
Keep going.
I'm all the way up.
Okay, go down. Okay, I just didn't see the mixer. Okay,
I think we were just sitting here looking like assholes talking about.
I do not, and this is no knock on Chinese people.
Go back to your country.
No, I do not find Chinese women. I'm not really attracted to them. However, I will say this: Japanese women, there is something.
Well, there's also there's a.
I don't know what it is.
And again, don't take this as the word of God. But there is traditionally a split in a lot of countries as to region of how they look too. Right. And I believe China is the same way. I'm pretty like northern, I don't know what it is, but some of them look different than others.
But like, I don't know whether it's as I'm getting older, but even you get people with females with a little bit of Chinese or Asian in them.
A little bit of soy sauce.
I was like, it's exotic. And I'm like, damn. The only problem is, they're a little too skinny for me.
Trying to Peking that pussy.
Yeah. But, I mean, and I never really had a thought on that before until here recently. I don't know what it is. I have time to sit around and think.
It's probably because there's too many of them in our fucking country now.
Are we bitching about those?
Me included. I need to be deported too.
You were born here, Travis.
God bless America.
All right, we bullshit.
What else?
Oh,
is there any current events?
I don't know.
I don't pay attention.
I have not watched.
It's all negativity.
I have not turned cable on in 2 months.
How'd you feel about the draft?
Poor Shador fell like a rock.
His fucking dad's fault.
Well, I think it's
The man went on TV and said that there were organizations he will not allow his son to play for.
Here's the thing about that.
Now, I'm assuming he's talking about the underlying racism amongst GMs and owners in the NFL, which, fair. But at the same time,
an African American quarterback been drafted number 1 like the past 3 years in a row or something like that.
At the same time, in my personal opinion, I think, look at Tony Atlas, for instance. Tony Atlas ate a lot of racism to make some decent money as a wrestler.
Yes.
And it was thrown in his face. If I'm Shedeur Sanders and I'm like, I feel like they're racist, but they're not saying or doing anything racist to me directly, but they're signing me $1 million checks, I'm not going to care.
Well, here's my...
Which sounds crazy, but I'm fucking money hungry.
I might be a little naive. I don't think that is nearly the problem as what it was in the 80s.
White explain it away.
80s and early. Now it's so competitive. They don't give, you could be green, they would fucking draft you if you could ball out. If you were a dog, they don't care what color.
What blew me away too is the fact that I saw somebody's board, they had Shedeur ranked over Cam Ward anyway, and I'm like, you're high.
Yeah, you're
If you think that fucking Shedeur Sanders is a better quarterback than Cam Ward.
Let's be honest. What did Shedeur, he's got
Did you know Cam Ward was a 0-star recruit out of high school?
Where'd he, I forget what college did he go to first before he went to, what?
Look at him now. Yeah. Mama, we made it.
But here's the thing.
Let's get racist. Moving on up.
Here's the thing about, he's got an average arm, accurate but average arm. From what I noticed and from what I've heard, he was on a mediocre team.
Who, Cam Ward?
No, I'm talking Shedeur Sanders. He had a 500 fucking record.
Who is Shedeur Sanders without Travis Hunter?
Right.
Name me another Colorado receiver.
And here's the thing. I hope he goes.
I wish nothing but the best for all.
I hope he balls out at Cleveland and gets a starting job.
Yeah, I feel the same as I saw Ocho Cinco talking to Shannon Sharp. He's fun. Oh boy, we'll get into that next. But I agree. I feel the same way as kind of the same way as Ocho Cinco, because I do think that Shedeur Sanders, for himself, for his talent and all that, did, if you just look at that, unrightfully dropped too low into the draft. And I will say that, but that doesn't take anything away from all the kids that get taken before him.
But here's
there's definitely quarterbacks that are probably on paper at least not as good as him, but
here's what I heard.
A douche.
I forget who I was listening to say this, one of the experts. They compared it to Tim Tebow. Once he got past the first 6 picks of the second round, that pretty much means NFL higher ups think he's a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
And they don't want all that drama.
And that wasn't far off for Tim Tebow.
As a backup quarterback. Because when Tebow went to the Jets...
What was it? He was with
the Broncos
and then the Jets.
Then the Jets. The teams do not want the backup quarterback
to have all the hype.
They want, and that's pretty much what I think happened.
And that's when you bring in people like Michael Vick, because no matter how good or bad he is or how old he is, everybody's going to be talking about Michael Vick.
Here's the thing, but I think Michael Vick is a perfect example of everybody deserves a second chance. What he did was horrible, horrendous. But at least he turned, he does, from what I understand, fights for animal rights now. I mean, he learned his fucking lesson.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, it's a cultural thing.
Which is like cockfighting.
Exactly.
Like, I think cockfighting's fucked up, but like it's legal in, I think, at least certain parts of Louisiana. When
you're brought up in it, you don't really think it's wrong.
Right. It's just like I watched a documentary about, what was it? It was like American Aryans. It's on HBO. It's actually quite interesting because I watched it and I was like, wait, I know that name. Not personally, but I've seen a documentary. It's about the Aryan Brotherhood of Texas.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of them?
No.
It's a prison gang that is...
Is that the one that... What's his name? I can't think of.
Wes Watson?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
He's Aryan. I think he was supposedly the Aryan Brotherhood.
Okay. Oh, that's
the Aryan Brotherhood of Texas.
Oh, it's different.
Apparently gnarly enough that they fought back against the Aryan Brotherhood and were like, no, we're keeping this name.
Oh.
And they're still around. But it was a whole 4-part documentary. And like, it was the same thing that they had a Featherwood in there, which was a significant other of a member, a bro as they call each other, and like she talked about it like the same way, like racism and hatred and shit, like that's all she remembers. Even before she ever dated anybody, she's married to a dude that was in the ABT now.
Yeah, I mean,
and like she was like, her dad used to run around with him. He's some type of kingpin. Like that's all she knew. She was like, she straight was like, do you want me to do I have to sugarcoat it, or do you want me to tell you how I was raised?
Right.
And they were like, oh no, you can say whatever you want. She was like, you don't fuck with N-words. And she was like, you surely don't have interracial relations. It's what did she say? It's like basically like a sin towards our race, right. And we're white and white is power. And I was like, fuck. You know, it's kind of the same thing, like just opposite ends of the spectrum.
But that's why racism is so, like I've always said,
stupid.
You'll never end racism. We are genetically predisposed to hate one another once we get outside of a certain groups. And it's basically how we survived as, cavemen. Small groups. It's
always going to be a thing. Racism, classicism, religious hatred.
If we take racism out of it, it's going to be some other ism.
It'll just graduate to something else
that we are going to discriminate against.
We're not going. We're not made to fucking like everybody all the time.
Right? There's people I don't fucking like. There's people I tolerate, and there's people I adore.
There's a bunch of people I can't stand.
No, but I'm just the difference.
Most of them are fucking white.
Yeah, I hate everybody. I would say
per capita, or by percentage. In my opinion, white people have been the worst ones I've been around.
But see, my generation, Gen X.
And I'm not saying I hate white people. I'm just saying, like, that's like, if you go by percentage of people that I've known in my life, they've mostly been white. Therefore, most of the shitty people I've met have been fucking white people.
You got to remember, most boomers were brought up by people who were very, that were born in the 20s and 30s, extremely racist.
Yeah, it's just what we knew.
So boomers had to deal with that. Now you have, luckily, like for me, I was
so good. Tastes like Skittles in a can.
I was taught, not to see color,
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say I have always had pure thoughts. I mean, let's be honest. I've been cut off in traffic.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But I wasn't brought up. I did not learn hate from like my mother or my father. My biological.
I learned it all on my own.
No, but that's not something. But to where if you were constantly bombarded and that's all your family knew, that's a hard cycle to break. You have to. I'll be honest. If you grew up, in my opinion, this is my opinion. If you grew up with parents in a family that preached hate, and you managed to divert or change your thoughts and not go with that's pretty much impressive.
Yeah, I mean,
you're basically kind of a good fucking person.
I just went with the opposite. My parents were pretty middle of the road, and then the fucking Orange Wizard took office, and I was like, I really,
the Orange Wizard.
Anybody darker than me, no bueno. It's always my favorite too. Oh, see, Lamont's in here. He's preaching, right. And that's coming from someone. Me and him used to say racist shit to each other all the time, and everybody like, that's fucking racist. I'd be like, yeah, but you're white. You're not allowed to say anything. Not really, but no, it would all just be like, him and I share the point of view of like not just racism but like just hate in general. Like how much power do I give you if you're racist towards me? If you say something I go, okay man, all right. Like if I'm gonna laugh at it, like then clearly it doesn't bother me, so clearly your fucking agenda is null and void.
Well, luckily I have all my white privilege to fall back on. I've never had to deal with it. Now I'm going to
crack a motherfucker.
I'm going to have to deal with ageism. And I'm old, but
strokeism.
You have to give the person the power of. You have to give them power in their words.
Yeah.
And if somebody is blatantly being racist towards a minority, they're looking for the attention. They're looking to draw a reaction.
Yeah.
And if you don't give them the reaction they're expecting, yeah, whatever. They're probably okay.
That's like the most.
Not saying you can't stand up for yourself, but
the strongest reaction I've had to racism wasn't even on my behalf. It was a drunk guy saying the N-word and being not at these kids, but it was like fucking like under and like not old enough to drink kids. Probably out of high school, but they came into the bar and they just asked politely for waters and like played fucking like darts and played some music on the jukebox. It was kind of semi-questionable quality of music, but whatever.
Well, they're kids.
Yeah. And like this dude was like, did anybody else feel, after they left, he was like, am I the only one that felt uncomfortable? And we were like, fuck you. And then everybody's like, that's kind of racist. And then he was walking out and he just like knew he had stirred up a couple people and he just yelled the N-word on his way out, like laughingly. And I was like, dude, I got hot over that one.
Were they of?
He's a white dude.
But they were.
It was like 2 or 3 young black dudes and a white girl, I think.
See, I get uncomfortable with children at a bar.
See, that didn't bother me. They stuck to themselves. They were they were kind of loud, like laughing and carrying on as kids, but like they were polite, asking for their drinks and stuff like that. They just got like some sodas and some waters and played darts and shit. Like they weren't causing a ruckus or anything like that. So like I was like, fuck you, dude. Like you're gonna sit here and talk shit about a bunch of fucking kids. Like
I shouldn't say like 18, 19-year-olds. I don't have a problem unless they're being douchebags.
They weren't at all.
But like where I have a problem with kids at a bar is like on 10:30 at night and you got 9-year-olds running the fucking around. Because
that's just a whole different thing.
Mommy and daddy want to have a few beers at dinner.
It's a whole different thing when those kids were there on their own accord.
Right, that's different.
But yeah, it was funny too because the one kid I came in and he was like standing in my seat waiting, like getting a refill, and I was standing there and he was like, oh, my bad, and moved and shit like that. And I was talking to somebody else. I was like, I'm going to fuck him up if he keeps behaving this way. Because I already had an issue with this guy for being a fucking asshole. And he's just a fucking drunk and has money and thinks he's the shit.
Do I know this one?
No, probably not. You might, but probably not. It's been years since he's been around anywhere. He's banned. Because I think that was the night where I was like, I'm going to fuck him up if he doesn't stop acting like a fucking prick. Because he's being a fucking prick. Yeah. And like somebody was like, I think he's got his gun on him. I was like, you better be fast. Because I could probably punch him in the face a lot faster and he can pull it out and pull it.
I can pull it out quick.
But, no, it's funny. I was like,
we're talking about guns. Never mind.
It's funny. Yeah, well, yeah, when you got a snub nose, it comes out faster.
Exactly.
That's what I tell everybody when they're like,
don't know where it's going to shoot.
You already went to the bathroom? I'm like, yeah, it's got a really short trip. But yeah,
aim sucks. The shorter the barrel, the worse the aim.
Right. Yeah, but that kid got out of the way. He's like, oh my bad. And I was like, I was talking to somebody else. I was like, I'm gonna fuck him up one day. Like he's an asshole and he deserves it. And the kid was like, "Who? I got you back." And I was like, calm down, youngster. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I was like, I appreciate your enthusiasm.
Believe this stuff. All right. Let's get to the podcast.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Lamont's in here talking with us about racism. Me and him used to throw this shit back and forth all the time. It was the same way when my brother-in-law used to work with me back in the day, who's black. Like, we would just, like, and it's so funny, like, because you fuck around, especially as people of mixed race or of color, like you get used to the shit. You get used to the shit where to the point where when it's amongst, as stupid as it sounds to some people, if it's when it's amongst other people of mixed race or color, it's much different a lot of times. And even when you're with your white friends or white people that don't mean any harm or anything like that, or don't think down on anybody because of the color of their skin, it is what it is. Like, jokes are jokes. If they're funny, they're fucking funny. And like, me and him used to fuck around all the time. One of my favorites all the time was like getting into like fake arguments in the kitchen with one of my black cohorts.
Right.
And like, They'd say something about me being Asian or call me a fucking chink or something like that, even though I'm not Chinese, which is always blows my mind. Like, I'm like, if you're gonna be racist, like, what if it's happening in real life? I'm like, yeah, at least be accurately racist if you actually are gonna call me a slur. But like, my favorite was like when there was like a fucking 17-year-old white girl in the room that like can't understand that there's no actual legitimate anger tension in the air, and I'd look at one of my black coworkers and be like, you stupid nincompoop, and they're like, no, God, I thought he said it, I thought he did it.
Well, here's the thing women don't understand about men. When two friends, it's called busting balls.
Yeah.
And busting balls when you have diverse friends, I don't want to say it's
so what is what,
I don't want to say you got to
what would be considered a social line, but is very much going to be flirted with or crossed from time to time.
But like, I can fuck with you a little bit more about your because we're just busting balls.
Yeah. That's also my favorite, is when like somebody who doesn't know me that well does it, and it doesn't bother me at all, but I'm like, whoa.
Because you know
that fucking stings.
You know there's no intent, hateful intent in it.
Yeah. I say all the time, like, any black joke I know, my black brethren find them funnier than fucking anybody else. Like,
and women do not get that, because women, and from what I've seen, I'm not an expert on them.
And you can't. We can't group them all together. But like,
more often than not, they wait till the person leaves and then they talk shit. You know what I'm saying? They're all nice to them. Then they. What's
always been my thing too is like, people will be like, I've had people in my life who have heard me that I've said something to someone and been like, or somebody that's like accused me of talking shit, even if it's not them, they'll be like, you talk a lot of shit. I'm like, no. If that person's standing right here and wants to have this conversation, I'll say it to their face. I don't find that to be talking shit.
Okay.
The subject just has not arose between us.
Perfect example is, if I'm sitting at the bar when you get off work and you walk up, how do you address me?
Oh, it depends on the night. Fucker. Fat. I'm just kidding.
You do.
No, I don't use the FAG word.
Oh, the F word.
No, fucker I use all the time.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, you don't address me by my name. Well, what's up, buddy? No, it's generally something derogatory.
And if I do, it's because I'm super tired. If I just walk out, what's up, man? It's like, because I'm like,
well, what's up, fucker? I mean, hey, how you doing?
What's up, shit stick?
I'm pretty sure that's been said too.
Yeah, it's just normal. Like,
because that's what dudes do.
Yeah.
If we don't do that, then one of us is in a really bad mood, or we're just fucking tired, or we don't like you.
Yeah.
If a man does not busting another man's balls and he's polite, he's not a fan.
Yeah. I mean, that's anybody for real. I tell people that all the time, like at work, especially the youngsters. Because, you expect them to be potentially more sensitive because they're not as worn down by the world. But, like, I'll straight tell young kids that work with me, I'll be like, look.
I was reading the comments. One says, damn, you showing your age with my Tyson and Robin Givens.
I got it, and I'm young. But I'll tell them all the time. I'll be like, dude, especially in a restaurant industry, especially with people in the back of the house in the restaurant industry, if they're not, like, kind of fucking with you, they don't like you.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's another thing you have to explain to some people is, like, especially, like, new cooks or something like that. If I get, like, a 17-year-old kid that's never been in a restaurant, I'm like, dude, grow thick skin. Because, like, it's no harm, no foul, but, like, you're going to catch strays inevitably. That's why some of them just don't talk. And, like, not that I force them to, but, like, especially you put me back there with a particular coworker that I know that you've sat and talked to, older than me.
Okay, yeah.
Always has a hat on, beard.
Okay.
Starts with a T.
Okay, a little younger than me.
He's between us.
Yeah.
No, dude, you put me and him together, holy fuck. It's like, it's a snake pit. Anything that gets said, like, will just fucking, there's eye contact made, and then it's just like fucking somebody switched it over to full auto of insults.
Yeah. And bottom line, if you hear two guys arguing and being derogatory toward each other, odds are they're buddies. Now, trust me, there's been time I've seen lines cross and go to blows.
Yeah.
But it always works itself out. All right.
And that's young shit too.
Yeah.
They're very rarely, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm guilty of having, you're getting a notification.
I think I'm getting a phone call.
I'm guilty of being in, some heated situations, but like for the most part, like that shit's usually young kid shit. Anybody important? What? Does it work?
I think so. I can't do shit.
What's the number? Do you want to call him from my phone? We could just kill the mics for a minute. Please hold.
Hold on.
You're showing the behind the scenes. It's paused.
Oh, fuck.
What? I was say just kill the prism and you calling him back?
Yeah.
All right, I'll mute the mics. We're muting the mics for a second. I know nobody can see me right now, but please hold. There might be a workplace situation that needs to be handled. We'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. SMR chat. There's a dog barking outside. Who knows? Maybe this will actually be the future of this podcast. Just ASMR streaming where we talk really close to the microphone while Phil's on work calls because something happened at his job. I feel like a fucking ghost because there's no video. I don't even know if anybody's still in this motherfucker. But we out here. The dog's staring at him. Big fucking dummy. Hey. I'm running out of stuff to ASMR tap on the microphone. Oh, fuck yeah. Perfect for ASMR situations. Please hold. We are experiencing technical difficulties. WGITN will be back as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience, and we appreciate your viewership. The GITN podcast is made possible by viewers like you. That's a tiny little instruction booklet. And a big ass dog. Hey, fucko. What other ASMR shit can we do? Let's see. Let's improvise. Let's improvise a no video podcast momentarily. This one time when I was a really little kid, I was wearing dark green corduroy pants and I was playing outside, and then I was by myself and I had to poop really bad and I didn't make it. And I remember I was standing at the entrance of my garage, so close, and I just pooped my pants. I was 32 years old. Just a boy. He just a boy. All right. Well, tune in tomorrow, maybe, because Phil has a workplace emergency. Apologies to all of our faithful listeners. But again, WGITN podcast is brought to you by viewers like you. And with your love and support, we are here like Arthur and whatever that fucking space show is on PBS. Also, PBS is probably going to suck now because Trump's ending the government financing of it. Check in with us on... I'll make sure to post on Instagram or something. But yeah, got to pull a plug, got a workplace emergency. Thanks everybody for showing up. We'll hopefully see you tomorrow night.